Hello guys. I'm here. Oh, Heart of Much Guarantee. And yeah, you got me today for 1 hour. And I hope, guys, I was not um, pretty long time was not doing just normal Q&A. So I hope, guys, you have your questions that you will be asking me today. And yeah, just so you know, anything about Match Guarantee, us personally, anything about Ukrainian ladies, whatever, I'm open book for you today. And I'm just wondering, say hi if anybody can see me. I don't know if everything works. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Hello. Hi, son. Hi. From where you are? I see you for first time here. From which country? I mean, yeah. I hope you can hear me good now. Yeah. So again, it's Anna from HKMNT. It's our Saturday live stream. I was not doing for Q&A, just normal Q&A for a long time. So I hope if you have questions, I will be happy to answer you today. England, or it's quite cold, right, in England now. Yeah, it's nice to meet you. Nice, big привет from sunny Mexico. Yeah, where is all years summer. And what's interesting, like you, I see. Yeah, it's nice to meet you. So, yeah, how's the weather? I just, yeah, I wonder why no people here. Probably all questions already find out. So, San, are you in this journey of finding beautiful Ukrainian wife, and you have questions about this, or like you're thinking about this? Where are you at this process? So it'll be almost individual live stream today. Anyway, yeah, while you will answer me, I will just tell crap, to be honest. Yeah. It's interesting because people, we kind of always want different from what we have, I see now talking to a lot of my friends, Ukrainian friends who now live, in different part of all the world, moving from one country to another, never been traveling more than in this last year. Many people, have understanding more about themselves. Yeah, experience in different countries, different rules, different cultures, different climate, understanding more about what they like, and it's interesting thing. For example, talking about me living here in Mexico last year, I just realized that, this is non-stop summer that I was dreaming always about. it's 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 not so cool. It's like I start to forget how it's when it's feeling breeze or feeling cold, and I become missing this part. It's like without black you cannot appreciate white or cannot understand what is white. We always need different things to feel harmonized. To be honest, I'm new here, so I really don't know what to tell. Me in short, I see. So yeah, we there is many guys actually, you know, because of war in Ukraine, discovered this traditional world of beautiful Ukrainian women, and that this world also exists, and just jump in this journey, um, despite on anything, and there, despite on all this disaster that's going on in Ukraine, it creates this opportunity for those ladies who is very open-minded, who was even before war ready to move out from Ukraine if they find right person. It's kind of speed up all the processes, So now everybody, need to start new life. Uh, if it will be on her own, like in any lady in Europe, or like if she will meet right man with him in his country. So it's like everybody was pulled out. But what's really amazing, and I must be in Ukrainian also, seeing this advantage is like all world open for you, because never before it was so easy to proceed with documents for Ukrainian people. And this is really, if I would call it, can be blessing. But yeah, like you ask yourself where you want really to settle, because this is this opportunity to to make everything much more easier in document part. Yeah. Hello, info seeker. See you. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Aman. I mean, um, to be honest, we duo are very active still, and it's like I don't know. There is still we was doing this together for many years, and I don't feel something changed right now, honestly. But it's very, if you would ask me about like relationship with Ukrainian woman, and when she relocate to your country, if it's good idea if you will work together, I would suggest you will have separate activities, separate business or work that you do, because on top of international relationship and different cultures, so many things, if you will add on top of this working together, it will maybe can be overwhelming for you, and additional challenge that maybe can be too much. So I would advise not to. And talking about Ukrainian ladies and seeing how much beauty industry developed in Ukraine, this is crazy compared to other countries that I've been so far. Yeah, and no wonder why very often when Ukrainian lady relocates, she choose beauty industry to work in wherever she lives, because there is still a lot of Slavic ladies live who wants to have specialist Slavic ladies. So it's always a very easy choice for them to, for example, do something like this. For this, you don't need special, education locally in new country where you're relocating. Yeah. So, guys, if you have questions, ask. While you thinking, was thinking a lot about why some of our guys like super quickly successful, while another guys it's like take for them so long time to to succeed, and why some guys need just one introduction and some guys need like I don't know tens and tens of introduction um, and still didn't get the result. Yeah. Yeah, there is can be many answers on these questions. I just like and what's also interesting that recently, like yesterday, I got message from client that he's been engaged. It was his first introduction, and when I was thinking to take him as a client, I remember I had doubts, because of, generally speaking, his profile. It's not because he wants something not realistic, but just looking at his profile, and I was just not sure, if he can, if we can help him. And when I got this message that he's engaged from his first introduction, I was like, this was a good lesson for me to not to kind of try to predict future of guys. Give everybody a chance to discover their possibility with us. Because um, as I said, what for example personally I'm looking for in men, it can be very differently from what our ladies. I mean, it's not in part of like values, but it's very big difference. If you talk about lady like 25 years old and lady like 50 plus years old, she's looking for different qualities in man, and different things she wants. So yeah, it's couple. I think he's 60 plus and she's like 50, but she's very beautiful, like amazing, beautiful. I'm expecting him. I invite him for live stream. I hope he will join and he can share personally his story. And yeah, and and at the same time I have profile of the man that I thought he will be super quickly will be uh, successful. And I don't know, we have another many introductions, and it just didn't happen. And I understand when men come in this journey, like a new list, and he was not scammed before. He didn't have over expectations. He's very calm. He knows how to treat women. He's very traditional in his perception of the world, of relationship, of vision of those things. It's much easier for him to succeed, while compared to men who come from, I don't know, from bad stories, previously being scammed. He already have very like damaged level of trust to a woman, and it can be different, not only like scam. It can be like maybe hurtful from his relationship previous, so he brings this sometimes pain, into new relationship, or his worries about this. And it's much more, he kind of maybe doing testing to a new woman, if she will be behaving like his woman from his old experience, past life or something. And it's really something that um, makes this relationship to break, and I understand how many introduction you will have, unless you will change your attitude, the way, how you jump in this relationship, what you're doing, I mean, when you have like too many introduction, you just come like with no, like you come at mm, like first time you try to put a lot of good things, you try to present yourself in a good way. You you mutual, you mean you sincerely interested in a woman, you try to build this relationship, and with every next try, because you feel already you kind of given up with every new introduction, uh, you like, okay, next, your level of commitment to this relationship, it just like goes down compared to with every new introduction. And your level of belief in yourself, and believe, it's key, it's a key to your success. If you don't believe, will never happen to you, mm. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, it will be, yeah, it has how to say, it has feature to grow, so it will be at some point, it will be long. I had a reason for that. It was not just because I didn't like long hair, but anyway, it was interesting to also to accept myself in a uh, new hair length. Because I don't know, like for I wouldn't speak to about all women in the world, but for Ukrainian women, this is big thing. If you will come to Ukraine, you will see that most of Ukrainian ladies, they have long hair, and they're very much into, they really like it, and it's like very big drama if they do to some reason need to cut it. It's like from childhood coming. And all girls in schools also, because like mama, wearing having long hair. So I think it's just part of feminine culture. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it will be again long, but I don't worry about it. It's grow. um, I think a big part of man's success, of course, it's always okay. Maybe it will be too much when he talk to Joy about all these things. He like, oh, um, you like in a in the cloud somewhere, just maybe perceived by some of you like too out of reality, or but it's true that everything that we have, in our life, that's something that we create on our own, and with our own beliefs, with our own, child traumas that affect our life. And if you want to really change something, where you need to dig, it's just here inside yourself, not outside, requiring things from people. It's always the best way to change. So what I was saying, that sometimes I see when guys start his date in high mark high. Elena just cut this hair this week too. Yeah, it can happen. I think I cut my hair personally because I was very much in stress because of what's going on in Ukraine, and yeah, it just I feel it was um, better for my hair to be cut, So anyway, so like I see some of our clients, if they in this stage of they started this journey, and they see like it's just they cannot really proceed in relationship, and also it's very hard to say who will be super quickly successful and who is not, um, because really we opens up in relationship, like when lady join us, she can be such a sweet and sunny, open, you know open open lady, and that's how we perceive her as a matchmakers. But then when she starts her first relationship, we see what's really um, mm, how to say, um, how we perceive her, and how she appears in a relationship. It's often different stories, because how she build relationship with a man, it's very often, let's not go far away, but very often it's our role models from girl with relationship with her father. Yeah, for man it's relationship with his mother. So it's kind of, we start to translate in different programs, um, things is that deep, deep in our beliefs. So um, Yeah, and normally the most easiest, case then for man and woman to be successful if two people from holistic families meet, who is grew up in a loving family, um, who don't have wrong perception about love, like I remember, you see, thank you. Will we be graced with the presence of any single Christian Ukrainian ladies soon? We have many. We have many Christian ladies. I mean, almost all of them Christian ladies. It's just like it's like some ladies they more into like generally speaking in Ukraine I would say most of people they believers, they Christian, yeah, but they just kind of not many of them goes to church, to church like on every week base. Okay, they go there, but not like every week. Um, we have this very small um, how they but for if you will ask most of Ukrainian people will tell you that God, it's not, I mean, it's something that you experience in your everyday life. It's your life values. It's how you treat people around you. Uh, I mean, it's. Okay, I don't know why I worry so much today. Sorry for that. Yeah, it's like. They also kind of afraid if men we have many Christian clients who apply to us and want to meet Christian women, uh, and we have successful clients who's married and with such a request. But I always was telling those guys when they start this journey not to be very kind of put your Christian beliefs are like don't be too over pressure. Don't be too over pursuing this. Like first you need to build relationship with you. Of course, it's no purpose to even have introduction if women, for example, don't believe in God. No purpose, right? But if she believe, if she like, but she just not really practicing some religion traditions. um it's no purpose to like start your introduction from requirements. I wouldn't date you, for example. I wouldn't date you if you will not go, if you're not willing to come with me every Sunday in church, for example. This is pressure that you don't want to put in the beginning of relationship, and to be very honest, even later, it's I mean, those things they should come not from pressure, but from when people, when two people develop this beautiful feeling between each other, love. It's very natural that woman that loves you, she wants to experience what you love. She wants to share these experiences with you. She would want to come with you to church because she see, and the best way how you can approach these things to her, just when you come very fulfilled, very happy, you have friends over there, this is part of your life, and she would be naturally wanted to to join, to grow spiritually, to be in this journey with you. But many Ukrainian ladies, when men very like pushy about this, they're afraid of how to say, mm, it's like when man too much into religion, that even, I don't know, I forget this word even in Russian language. Oh my goodness, I start to forget Russian. Mm, yeah, they like, uh, and it's true, you know. Every time, uh, healthy, it's always about not being categoric about anything in life, you know. And they afraid when men too much into something, whatever. I mean, it can be anything thing, but very often what I see from clients, like if they very strong Christian, if they push this too much to lady, can be a reason to break up in this relationship. And I can tell you, those ladies, very strong Christian ladies that we have, they also have hard time to build relationship with a man, with any client, because they want also to meet very strong Christian man. So it's like, I believe for both sides here, for men and women, it's very important, especially like it's in any area of your life. If you get into international dating, international relationship, the key for your success is to be patient, to be open-minded, uh, to be understanding, to be, you know, yeah, there is a relationship with pressure, especially now with Ukrainian women. If you put any kind of pressure in relationship, they just um, breaking up. You know. Hello, hello, guys. Relationship skills and interpersonal skills are often different due to childhood programming, self-love, confidence. Make it great day, gentlemen. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was talking before. Sure, it's possible to come Ukraine. Just wondering about missile attack. Is it possible? I mean, if you want just to come to travel to Ukraine, of course you can do this, Manavu. But of course, our clients now nobody come to Ukraine. Uh, a lot of our ladies they live now abroad in Europe, so that's where all dating uh, mm, happening. But if even lady that you introduced to lives in Ukraine, she come to meet you abroad. It's like if you have a new registration, new lady who been registered, they all, you know. But they, of course, they don't come just for one date, you know, go abroad. They want to kind of, you know, have some level of relationship. They want to be introduced before, yeah, in distance, have some to get to know man, you know. So then she travel when they have like, you know, some kind of um, some base level in relationship, so she is ready to go to meet you in Europe. I mean, before most of our days was in Kiev, and of course it was very easy, just guy come to office, we introduced, you know, there was no danger, no nothing. And was no need of distance introduction, because guys just go on a first date and they see if they like each other, they get contact information, they continue to develop relationship. But if they don't like, they just don't exchange contact information. But now, because yeah, it's like men also, you know, to meet, for example, five ladies to go to different countries, it's difficult. So we now do distance introduction with a um, with like we ask ladies through introduction package if they're interested to be introduced to this man. Then we do video call. If someone, it's kind of first date that, you know, but now it's online, yeah, first date. Then if guys like, you know, couple like each other, they continue to get to know each other, and then they already meet, you know, in future, if everything goes well, they meet in a country where she lives now, or in the closest border to Ukraine if she lives in Ukraine. I don't know what type of insurance. Um, it's force majeure. Everything was going on under Ukraine. I don't think this will be insurance company who will give you any kind of insurance. It's a, yeah, I don't remember how it's called, but yeah. And man must lead, and as man, you must set a good example to invite your beloved to follow you. It's her choice. One cannot use force or anything of. Mhm. Yeah, it's these things, especially spiritual growth, all of these things. You cannot really force it. And I can tell you, I see that guys who started this relationship after war happened with the Ukrainian ladies, if they put in relationship any kind of pressure, this is just like work like a catalysator of break in relationship, and like it's time to for man now if he's jumping in a relationship with Ukrainian lady to be sincerely understanding what's going on in her life. It doesn't mean that you need to cry with her, but it's just like normal level of compassion, understanding what she's going through, and be that rock, that um, be that strong man who can support women. And I'm not talking like about financial support. This is not only way of support women. It's support. It's being emotionally with her, understanding where she's at, trying to put yourself in her shoes, and being in this regard. When you do this exercise, you can become much more understandable, towards her situation. You can be not you can become more patient, about how much she communicate with you, understanding that she's now trying to like organize her life in another country. She has many things that she's going through, and she cannot be in touch with you 24 hours, talking, I don't know, chatting, whatever. Just Yeah, I think the main, even interviewing successful clients that I'm going to do more and more, we have more successful successful stories to share. I see common feature of those guys. It's a level of patience that they translate. They're very calm. They're very wise. Hello, Tom. Yeah, hello. First, I go to Kiev to take her away. um, okay, thank you for your expert advice. I can tell you have a lot of experience in your field. Thank you, Tyson. Um, um, ah, never cry in front of women about your everyday issues. Yeah, Jacob, I mean, those, like, it's very, like, tricky, because it's everything very relative, like Ukrainian women used to Ukrainian men who very close, of releasing the emotion. They basically, it's also not healthy, when person block her emotion completely, but it's something that they're used to, like strong man, he take care about his own issues. Wanted to say another word, but we it's a live stream, so take care about his own issues, and when she see man who is bitching and complaining about, like, I don't know, simple stuff, simple things, like, I don't know, they sitting in a restaurant or something on the lake, and he's being beaten by mosquitoes, and this is like for him, like, I don't know, sword, like such a big stress, and he's so much bitching about this. Like she's feel like she's sitting with a woman, not with man. That's the honest truth, for many of Ukrainian ladies. And they found this very feminine, and they don't like this. This is not attractive. So in this regards, yeah, like Western man needs to learn a little bit to be not so like expressive, and just don't talk too much about like everything that even women don't need to know sometimes. um, like I know from stories of our couples, yeah, our clients, when he was telling her about like he's in a relationship with our lady, and then something happened, his ex-girlfriend come, or he have to drive to pick up her, some story with ex, and he tell all of this to this Ukrainian lady that he's building a relationship now. Why? Guys, you don't need to do this. This is the way to break relationship. I understand if she has a reaction, it can be her insecurities, but anyway, this is something that you don't need to share. You just need to learn how to, in something that not necessary for her to know. I mean, if it happened. You just, if you feel you need to help your ex-girlfriend, you help her. But this is not, there is no necessity to share about the story with your lady that you're now in a relationship. And so these simple things, very important to know and behave right. At the same time, I know that why some of our ladies who join us, they want specifically Western men, because some of them been in relationship with a Ukrainian man. They just feel like they don't want, first of all, very often. Even we have a girl join agency, they say, please, I know that you have, we have actually Ukrainian man, our clients, who lives in, one in Canada, one in America, and he looking through us for Ukrainian wife. He's Ukrainian man, but he live abroad, and he's looking. Of course, he wants only Ukrainian wife, so no wonder. But we have ladies who join us, and they say, "Please, only Western men. I know that you have Ukrainian men who, but I'm interested only in Western men." And why they say this? Because. Normally those ladies, they experience they like they know what they want because they have been in relationship with Western men, or just was in a relationship with Ukrainian men. They also experience relationship with Western men, and they just realize that they feel that better match for them, better fit is Western men, because they more open, like more expressive about their feelings. Again, coming back to this, yeah. But it doesn't mean that you like a broken pipe, throughout everything. What she needs to know, what she don't need to know, but just like overall, more she can more easily read you. It's like more open dialogue, and let's put it this way, that Western man less traditional than Ukrainian man in his expectations, like it can be kind of more easier in a relationship to agree on things, um, like very often Ukrainian man, he's like, last word, a last word after me. So I said it will be like that, and some women, they kind of, um, word changes. They know their, self-worth, self-value. They open personalities. They also have work, they don't want like to be treated like that, and they looking for more kind of partnership in relationship, not when she like completely submissive to man, and sometimes when we have requests from men, I want super submissive wife, can you help me? And if we hear such a request, we very often we even cannot continue our dialogue, because there's different types of not realistic request. um, not realistic in our opinion towards Ukrainian women, because it's realistic with some other type of women. Maybe like if he explain what he mean by that, very submissive, we just advise, he looking for, like, for example, maybe Filipino ladies or something, because this or a very big age gap he wants, that not, hard to get in Ukraine. So but it's easier in other countries. So, like, we just look at this, and we kind of can understand if it's realistic for us to help, because we know Ukrainian women, and we know that if we will send a letter in which all expectations of men about super submissive men, where he or submissive woman, he will just get zero yes, interest back. So why would and even like also, it's kind of when we introduce man to woman, she's also our clients, and she asks, like, for example, if men choose I don't know, 40 years age gap, why we would even bother a lady to send him profile of man? We don't do this, because what she will think about us being our clients as well, when we send her dedushka, grandfather, what she will think about us, what kind of agency we are, if we sending her such a candidates, so it's also for us, like, very tricky, you know and sometimes we say no, even to from the beginning, because we see in any side of not realistic towards Ukrainian women again. So patient and being understanding is a key. Yes, Mark. Take a drive and cry out at the river. Or the woods. Yeah, it's important to release your emotions, because this is part of, those not released emotion, they just settle, the emotional blocks in our body, and then they grow into disease. I don't know if you believe in this, but it's how it is. But anyway, there is a place, this is like energy that, should go out. So it's important to release, but just, to do it ecologically, not hurting your relationship, not creating, if you release anger in front of your Ukrainian woman, and I don't know what it can create her, her kind of curiosity about this. Yeah. Maybe today he's just screaming, and tomorrow he can, beat me or something, so, like, do this always in ecological way. A real man does not talk about past relationship and building a new relationship. You see, but yet we have clients who do this, and I see, and it's like, I understand, he just like, he's very warm and nice person, this, for example, client to whom it's happened, a story I described, but it's just like, this is when you over open over and just create, kind of problem that you could avoid, talking just less, but at the same time, talking about this issue, like I have, for example, my best friend, Ukrainian lady, she married already like more than 10 years with her Ukrainian man, and the problem that she's going through, that he's too close, like she say, I don't know what's going on, like I just feel like, who am I for him if he don't share with me, I see something's going on, police coming, they send, and they're like, I worry, but yet he prefer not to talk, because he don't want to make her worry. That's what uh, Ukrainian men say. I don't want to tell her because I don't want she to worry. They treat like they're mothers, like being a child at any age, being adult boy, 20, 30 years old, like it's just like your parents old, and you don't want to give them a reason to worry, so you hide some things, don't tell, what's really is going on, about your issue, the problem. And that's the way many Ukrainian men treat their women, because it's the way for them to express their love, But you see, they have sometimes opposite effect when men ask herself, like, who am I for him if he just cannot share like something really, important and something difficult that he's going through. I just wanted to help, maybe I will have some ideas, but I just don't know, and it's making me even more worried, because in person psychology is like, when you don't know, you will create your fears just like blow up, you imagine the worst thing. So I think there is should be a healthy level of how much we share with our spouses. And yeah, I personally vote for open dialogue, but there is still things, and I'm happy that Joe, living in Ukraine for 6 years, learned this from Ukrainian men. There is some things you better be quiet of, or don't talk, like, I know his all stories from his all, past dating, because because we have his story. It's education for you guys, and I just like I cannot escape not to know about this. But if I would have choice, I wouldn't want to know all of that. I don't need it. But I understand it serve you guys, so it's okay. No, it's not bother me that he share. But generally speaking, if you talk about any couple, and there is what's the purpose to share your old past experience, your past relationship, and there is definitely not area you don't want, you don't want to compare, you don't want to share, unless it's something deep that help you to understand your certain behavior in some situation, or like helping to explain your spouse, your reaction, if it's serves you in a way that can help to save relationship or develop or to bring them to a new level, then things to need to be done. But just like blah blah blah, there is it will not make a relationship better. It will create some, I don't know, trigger her maybe some insecurities that she has, and with all of this talking, it just, when it's worthless, yeah, then better just escape. You don't have this. I know, when do Ukrainian men take a relationship seriously? A woman, sorry. Only after wedding. I had many bad experiences with Ukrainian lady I met online from Tinder, Anastasia Date, and many other. One, answer is in your question. The way you meet ladies, it's just create, it's create your experience from Ukrainian ladies, because you choose very bad way to meet ladies, because Tinder filled with scammers, so there is a lot. Of course, there is always a chance to meet good lady, but this is like, I don't know, this is like a win lottery or something, there is always chance, to win lottery. Yeah, and Anastasia, okay, there is lots of different paper letter websites that purpose of them not to create happy marriages, okay, and there is other purposes, but that you aware of. That's why to expect that you will meet the quality lady and you will have quality relationship, it's kind of it's like kind of buying ticket for lottery and expect that you will win. This is kind of thing. So if you will just meet average Ukrainian lady in Ukraine or through good agency like our agency, it will be very different story. And of course, to answer on your question, lady takes serious relationship before marriage. Much more before. It's like when you already have like first introduction, you like each other. After, like, I don't know, communication, I don't know, I cannot say certain like time, maybe 1-2 weeks. If she continue, everything organically grow, you continue to know each other, it's a time when she take it serious, because Ukrainian ladies, you need to understand, those who you chat not on paper letter, okay, with whom you chat on Viber, WhatsApp, whatever, Telegram, they would not spend their time on men that they don't see possibility to have family or like relationship developed. They will not spend time. It's their time that they can, if she's single mom, she can spend this time with their child. If she is I don't know, work and love her work, she would rather or go to sport or go to cinema, whatever. She has her busy interesting life. Why she would spend time talking to a man that she's not interested and don't see future possibility with? Marriage, and to take it serious after marriage, this is kind of, you need to take it serious before marriage, because after marriage it's kind of too late. After marriage you already make your void with certain action, becoming a wife or taking this responsibility, to go together through sunny and rainy days, and you have all this time before marriage to get to know each other. So it's just about one. It's only about quality of the ladies you met, and they create this perception of of Ukrainian ladies. But this is not true. It's very very far away from reality perception of Ukrainian lady. He usually goes in Ukraine dating live streams. Tom Brand. Women and teen are not serious about relationship. Yeah, like if you're looking, that's the thing, like if men looking for serious relationship, and if men come to Tinder to have fun, he can meet those ladies, who come also to have fun. I don't know, one night stand or something, and it's exist and this will be always, because, or like, I don't know, paper letter will be always exist because there is some lonely man who is sitting in his fantasy world talking to young beauty. But this is nothing about reality. It will be exist and it will be satisfied his needs. But if you have serious intention to find a woman and you want to marry her, then you better find better source of to finding those women, because you're or you go to, I don't know, bar, nightclub, there is a very small number of women who looking there for husband. That's the reality. It's like, I don't know, if you go to church, you will much faster find there lady who is looking for a husband. So it's always very important, guys, when you looking for a wife, where how you're going to find her, to understand that place where you're looking for ladies, those ladies have the same intention that you have, and also many Ukrainian ladies before war, okay, there is a lot of sex tourists who was coming in Ukraine, now I don't know if they still coming or no, maybe afraid, but anyway, and they also kind of very good ladies, they afraid of this, because some of those sex tourists was so tricky that they was like don't tell lady, in Tinder you at least know that man just want to have fun, but when you meet man on the street, you don't know, you don't know his true intention. And if he will just simply bullshit you and tell you fairy tale that he come to find wife, and then after first night he disappear, and I know so many stories of those ladies, like they level, to trust to men it's like very damaged, of those ladies who go through this experience, expecting they meet, foreigner in the street, and they will have family with him, and then, or like they have serious intention, spend several days, and then he just, I don't know, block her phone, disappear completely. So I prefer when, everybody say true expectations about, relationship, and men don't take advantage of woman telling her fairy tales about, if he's looking, if he see that she's serious, he wants to find husband, don't waste your time, don't play around with those ladies, have fun with those who also want just to have fun, like, okay, I call it have fun, but you know what I mean, just one night stand, which is not popular in Ukraine. So, but maybe in Tinder, those ladies you can find. Any income criteria is compulsory for marriage. Manish, it's I don't know. There is no like income criteria. It's like I don't have any number, but it's important for Ukrainian lady when looking for opportunity to marry her, to know that for example, I don't know, if you live in India, for example, most of them, they don't want to move to like countries that they have economy like the same Ukraine, or even worse than Ukraine, where like if those ladies, for example, if they're young, doesn't matter any age, they're looking for okay, right man, but it's a first, of course, they're looking for love, but also like if you will, I'm talking, but I'm just remembering our cases when a woman fall in love with man moving to Zimbabwe, Africa, so there is always for every Ukrainian lady priority, always it's man, doesn't matter where we live. But generally speaking, this is very hard to help guy from, I don't know, Afghanistan, or guy who Indian but live in India. It's very hard, and so like location, it's very important. It's not about even income, but location will be always secondly after your personality, and after okay, this Zimbabwe, I would say it's like, it's exceptional situation, okay? Most of the time, again, lady will look, they look at the profile of the man. They, of course, look at the country, because they kind of need to imagine themselves if they can move there. Like we have one lady, she really likes our client from Australia, and she was like, oh, I really like him. What? And then she all of a sudden realized it's Australia, and this is not third world country, okay? This is developed nice country. But then she said, I just realized that I cannot go so far from Ukraine. I'm so much I realize I will be so far away from my parents, and like I'm so much. I won't be able opportunity to see them like very often. It's very like far away, really. And like even my parents, if they want, they will not come to me, because they just will not figure out how to do this, because this is like very challenging. So she say, even I like this man, I just don't want to even like to jump in this journey, because I understand this will be very heartbreaking for me to move so far away in understanding that I will have very small opportunity to see my family, my world that I was living like for 30 years. So it's more not about income. Income is first of all place, but then talking about income, of course, every Ukrainian woman, when she is relocated, she's been she's kind of rely on men, yeah. And if men expect, okay, I will make her fall in love with me, then she will come and she will start work, we will work together, and we will be, then we will be able to pay for our rent or something together. No, this is will be not you will fail in this relationship. Of course she expect man to be stable, at least to provide for himself, and of course he until she will adjust a new country. The best way, if man can afford option for her, if she work, or it's her option. If you want to work, no work, no work. I can tell you, most of Ukrainian ladies, they would prefer to work. They would want to work. They will be bored, but they need time to integrate. This is big move for them. Another country, culture, language. They need to find out what they can do, with their passion. Again, what they like to do. So it takes time, all of that. And of course, in this time, and of course, if she will, for example, in future will have a baby, you will have together. Of course, she wants to rely on you, that you will be in traditional cultures, that man can take care about it. So that's their income criteria. Manish. Question: I would like to talk to a lady about what's happening in the real world and what would happen once the money goes away, how we can survive this. Also, I want to make sure that she's awake. I understand why you ask this question, info seeker Alan, because that's something probably that happened in your past life. Past life, in your life, some experience that were probably awful experience that you was going through, and it's our lives, it's ups and downs. It's like for everyone, there is no like stability. It's everybody's life looks like that, and I understand this big fear of many men who is when this big question, yeah, no honey, no money, that everybody afraid of. In my own opinion, and this is even okay, even my husband experienced in past, and his fear, and I'm aware of that, very good. And then those people who call me gold diggers, maybe they just find out their the honest truth, what's connecting our hearts with joy. So I do believe that that when it's connection based on when your partner, and you, based on love, based on, I don't know, level of soul, it's always will be the case that you will be going together through sunny and rainy days, and it's I don't know, my belief tells that it's always possible, if you're not lazy person, to provide for your basic need. If you have two hands to okay, like, even if you don't have something, there is so many things we can learn from empowered people who go through tough experience, losing their parts of their bodies anyway. So it's always yes, maybe temporary, you will lose the lifetime you used to, but anyway, I believe that those things have happened in couple, when together go through difficult time. It's something that will check your relationship, on what's really what's really behind them. But also, if your relationship will survive through this time, it just will make you closer, it will make you closer to each other, more appreciative about each other. It just it just will bring your relationship to a new level. That's all. But we cannot, we cannot, how to say, push person to be with us, hold her, if this person don't want to be with us, and if it's not your person, just let it go, let it go. And maybe better person will come into your life. I just remember this picture where God and boy, and boy holding small toy in his hand, and God trying to take this toy and tell, no, not trying to take, but just tell the boy, give me this toy. And boy like holding and like, don't want, this is my toy. And God with other hand behind his back, carrying big bear, big beautiful bear. So he wants to, before he will give you this big bear, he wants to take this small bear. But we so much like we look like this, we look like this, and we keep it and we hold, and we're like, it's ours, no, we don't give it, just like there is no space for new better come until you hold old. It's what not yours. And we don't have this holistic perception, of what can happen, and that everything that happened to us is always for the better, it's always for the better. So if those experience happen to you in past, you just need to let it go, and don't let those fears and this experience control your past relationship, where you will need to test lady if what she will do, like I see that's the reason why some of our guys failing. They come into new relationship with this old pain from what was wrong, what was happened in this you know old relationship, because woman left and now he think, okay, this also will be temporary, so I will have poker face and poker feeling, close heart. I will just allow her to love me because I will be not, will be not exchange of energy, but I will just be with her because she's also temporary until I don't know. So by thinking like this, you just create a situation, first of all, that again you will, you create this, your fears, you vibrate, on this on this situation, this certain level of vibration that you spread, and you attract the situation, you create it again and again. If something like this, hurtful, difficult happen to you, you need just to understand and think about what good happened because of this. Learn your lesson and move on. And don't let your past control your future. Your mind very tricky. Your mind he thinks he's like over controlling about everything. But you hire yourself. That's should be leader in your life, It's when you tell your mind, shut up now. Now I am, how to say, I'm leader, I'm tell you what to control, what to think about, what to create, what to not, It's like our mind should control our feelings, but not feelings control our life, when we just like being in, I don't know, being, how to say, like worry very much all time. And you need to be able to help yourself, to change. This is, to get out this, to take control and change this is your responsibility, It's about everything to make you happy, Nobody will come into your life and make from you unhappy person all of a sudden a happy person. This happy person will not be attracted to you. You will not be able to even meet this lady, this happy lady, because you vibrate on different levels. You here vibrate on level of loneliness, upset, um, I don't know, depression, and she's here. She lives in gratitude, uh, um, loving, to nature, to the world, to everything. It's like, it's not matching. Like, she's walk here, you walk here, so it's like not possible for you even to meet those ladies. So this is false expectations. Okay, I don't know why again go too far away. And I hope, Alan, I answer your question, and then I hope you will some of my words, they just goes directly to your heart, and maybe you have some insights from it, I hope. In regards online dating, among all users, the conversation rate into long-term relationship is only 12%. At the best use, it's supplemental lead flow. Yeah, I mean, I'm not very experienced with online dating. I was just when it was registered on any free website. My when I was before, yeah, when I was single, I was so much like bombed with like men from all around the world, like messages. And it's full time job, to answer everybody and then to figure out who's real, who's not, what they want, what's their intention. This is like full-time job, so I didn't have time for this. I just delete my profile and that's all, because I don't want to, like, that's what I'm saying. Most of Ukrainian ladies, they're very cautious, they're very frugal about their time, what they spend for, That's why all this, paper letter, this is all bullshit. If guys think still that they talk to lady, they cannot. They just don't talk, don't chat. This is not in our culture to chat. Вообще at all. It's people who had salary. They make money by this, chatting to you. But normal ladies, they're just very efficient with their time, they're very efficient. Many of them providing good lifestyle before war in Ukraine. They had 1, 2, 3 jobs sometimes, so they don't have time for this, and normal jobs where they really help people, they bring some value to other people's life. They don't have time for these chats that they don't know they will ever meet this man or no. So our ladies, and why it so fast happen, our couples, because very often we have introduction marriages from first introduction, because people basically they choose each other by profile. They read first man choose, lady has a mutual interest or no, but then basic core why they've been introduced to each other, they have the same intention. They have intention of creating family, they have intention of serious relationship, and that's the key. When people meet with uh, the same life goal, that's both important for both of them. Thank you for answering my Kim 2 years ago. One lady asked to marry her. I said, let wait 1 year, and she came to Canada, and she said she don't need me anymore. One lady asked to marry her. I don't understand. A lady asked you to marry her? I don't know. This is like one. If that happened to you, it's a very big red flag, because this is not in our culture. When lady ask man to marry, it's, if you will research what is traditional culture, it's always man, initiative, man leader. Although if woman really likes man, she can do, steps towards him, can be kind of initiative. But will be natural in these small things. This is not asking you to marry. This is maybe type of woman, the way you describe, you meet them, that's, there can be some gold diggers or opportunists who was going to move to Canada, or but just was looking at you as a possibility to change something in their life, quickly. But there is no base for, and a good sign for you always, guys. Of course, I mean, and also it can be very tricky, but normally, if you don't have in your relationship progression on physical level, this is a big question. And it's not like just have sex, but it's just like, generally speaking, you have love and touching. I don't know, Joseph. Oh, Joseph, I don't know, guys. This is something that, like, I cannot explain. And the thing is, I don't need to explain you when one woman into you, and you know it. But sometimes it's very hard to admit if you like a woman and you feel she's not into you. It's very hard to be honest with yourself and admit she's not into you. Accept this truth. Man hunters, they say, okay, she's not into me now, but I will try. I will keep chasing her, and maybe one time she will change. She will change. So there can be cases when you can continue to chase women and she can change. But if there is cases when you can obviously see that she is not into you, no purpose to chase nobody. If she's like cold like fish, and I said this, you always know this. Listen to your gut and be honest and accept truth how it is. Don't have illusional expectations. Don't try to paint it pink where it's gray. When is the best time to have this kind of conversation? This would be my criteria for finding beautiful Ukrainian. Please advise. It's not something, Alan, that you need to talk to, about, lady. It's something that you can understand. I mean, there is no purpose of this conversation, honestly. If you have a relationship based on, your love, grow through time, and you see her life values, a woman with the high values, this is never will be an issue if men financially break at some time, and that's why it's two people always, because I mean, if you I'm against this situation when men completely provide for women, and like she is like child, he take care about herself, and she is not adjusted to life, she don't know how to take care about herself. For example, they got married, and then all of a sudden, in I don't know, in 5 years something happened to him. I don't know, COVID happened, and he just leave this world, and how she will live, how she will take care of her about children. So I think this is not right when women being treated by man, or even man requires, I don't want my woman to work, at all. I'm against this, honestly, but this is everybody's choice. There is women who don't want to work, and there is some men, even our clients, who looking for women, they don't want she to work. It's everybody's choice, but I'm personally against this. And I believe why this is good, because if something happened, like you both working, if something happened to man, there is also woman, she can support. And this situation very often happen, and I can see this in Ukrainian families, when man lose job, woman takes this responsibility. Of course, it doesn't mean that he's laid down on a sofa and like don't do nothing about this. No, he's taking a break, reset himself, and he's looking for new opportunities to stand up. And but at this time he has woman support, financial, emotional. She's not giving up on him. Of course, maybe he can, because he's at home stay, he can help her with some home duties, because now he have more time than her. But anyway, it's about mutual respect to each other. It's mutual understanding what's going on. It's teamwork, when you support each other. So I think those things can be, honestly, it cannot be talking. It's just something that you can observe from her past life, from her experience, understanding her life values, how she see. There is no, cannot be like direct question asking. I mean, you can try, you can see. Yeah. I think Joe was asking me as well this question because it's his fear as well from, from his past. And basically, but and you know I believe you can understand more just from understanding deeply whom you're dating, with whom you're in a relationship, understanding your value and what keep you both together, what keep you both. If only financial she's with you because you good provider, and there is nothing about love, of course it will be, you know no money, no honey. But this, if there is a reason for your relationship, it's just it's love, is soul's connection. It's very much more deeper. Money is just energy that will come and go. Like it's fixable. But if you don't have um, I don't know, you have very different life goals. If you have a very different perception of the world, it's hard to, like, foundational things that make you together. Um, if you have this one very different, it's hard to, hard to be together, to develop this relationship. So this very um, good question, always, to you to understand what keep you together, and then looking in her life values, you can get all this answer. And as a cherry on a cake, you can just ask her directly. But of course, this is not at the beginning of the relationship. This is much later. Okay, maybe now I only answer a question. It's much later when you already will be in love and everything, and just, have very open heart to heart conversation in the right time. You can share. But anyway, don't keep focus on that, because when you focus on that, on this past bad experience, you're just creating it again in your life. Just let it go, learn from it, and let it go. Okay, Alan? Anna stream I usually during dinner time myself. I don't watch when I have stream at 6 p.m. Bon appetit, what? I only have $65,000 salary a year, and I'm server, alcohol service. And this considered good for Ukrainian lady. I sorry, but I don't know what's alcohol server. It's like barman. Um, mm, I mean, one. I cannot give uh, direct instruction about income number. It depends on area where you live. But anyway, what's important that man can provide for, like, stable, for Ukrainian lady. It's not like, money that come many and then all of a sudden nothing. It's a stability what's appreciated, and stability not only in financial area, stability in my SMV that I've done. How Ukrainian women rate SMV of man. Number one, it's if he's reliable, if he's stable. So stability in his choice. If he chooses this lady to be with, he's not chasing any other skirts. If he's he's not like come and win and come and go. Show up, send some compliments, and disappear for 2 weeks. No nothing. Like, if he's a reliable man. So those things, like, if you have stability. But the question is that the lady you choose, she should be at the same, like, her. Okay, I would say I've done actually a video about finance, how it's spread in Ukrainian families, and about income, families, and all of that. So it's always like the case women expect in traditional families, okay, she wants to work, but she don't expect herself to make as much salary as men make. So she wants to make like, if she makes like $1, let's say, she expects him to make $2. So because she don't put as much effort, she wants to still be, feminine, not stressful, not overloaded. Because let's face it, when if she start to work like a man, she will become man. Like she will lose her feminine. She will like muscles, yeah, push her masculine energy, and will be not attractive to you, woman. So, so if this woman, for example, if you want to date Ukrainian lady who is a successful entrepreneur, makes, for example, $100,000 a year, no, she will be not interested, because she kind of expecting man who is higher than her level in every, like, I see that big need of Ukrainian lady if they're looking for, for a relationship, especially if there is age gap. It's when man can be her mentor, when she can, his higher level, like she can learn from him, or at least partnership, partnership. But it's not when man makes less money than her and she has to provide for him. This is like, I don't know, I cannot explain. Like this way, it's only a certain type of woman would go for this. It's like when they will be dating 20 years. I mean, it's not in Ukraine popular, maybe in the West more even. When old woman will be dating, I don't know, young, beautiful, handsome model, man. So this is very different story. We talk about normal. So in normality, if you will choose lady with average life expectations, average job, like she would be happy. It's about meeting the right match. It's about meeting the right person, to marry. Who is the right match, not only about how serious what's her life, she wants to, it's not only about that she wants to create family, but it's also about her lifestyle and expectations about her partner. It's a woman who, the main thing that should match is that you will fall in love with each other, right? But it will happen if you will, first you have interest, to get to know each other. But then when you get to know each other, you understand that you kind of, in this position as in traditional world, you like, you feel both that you can both add value to each other's life. This is win-win situation, if I can explain this way. So it's not specifically about how much money, but this is about how big realization of lady that you date, her expectations about lifestyle, what she's doing for a living too. So here it should be match. It should be win-win situation. It's not when, I don't know, relationship when men provide for men. This is not win-win already, you understand? This is broken. In traditional world, this is broken. So I hope I answer. Best answer of income and a great job today. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Steve Weaver. Alan, it takes a real woman to help get through a bad times. It takes a real woman to get through a bad times. Tom, I don't really know how these things in the Western world, but I know how it is in Ukraine. And I know, like, I have a lot of friends, Ukrainian ladies who's happily married with their Ukrainian men. And I see very often situation when men have hard time financially. It's very, like, Ukrainian economy was very difficult even before war. People have to be very creative and, yeah. I mean, there is different, but I mean, if you do money in all honest way, it requires, but it always was most of like couples that I'm friend with. This is always like partnership model, and when men have difficulties, woman as being his partner who loves him, she's going together, she's not running. I think, I don't know, not one woman actually in my life that, in my Ukrainian world, who ran because man broke at some time. No, because very often, I don't know, if you have already children, what is this? Like, this first challenge in life, what woman will run? So I don't know, honestly. I understand. I mean, hearing this question, I understand this is like from Alan. It's part of his reality in past, and even like Joe reality, my husband. So it can happen. No, there is no, insurance in this. But anyway, if I talk about Ukrainian world, this is not thing. There is other things to, why people breaking up. Big problem, cheating. But this is not finance. This is not finance. If you're not cheater, then you will be. This will be not your problem. Most likely, finances will be not your problem. If you indeed love with your partner again. If you date gold digger, of course it will be problem, and she will be like a wind goal. Again, about whom you date, who you marry to. So Brooks team taste of marriage. It's true. I agree with you. Hard times is yeah. I have contact with a couple of women that are 20, 25 younger than me. They all claim that they like me and would like to know me better. Two of them actually live nearby, but I have my doubts. 2025? Oh, I don't know, maybe in Sweden. No, I don't know which country, where they live. Anyway, the best way to go through your doubts, just make it, go meet them and find your answers. And this is the best thing, as well with the fears. Just go and do this. This is all delusional. All these doubts and fears, they will always exist. And they will hold you from moving forward, And you need to be able to be that captain, who make decisions. Not let your mind with full mind, your mind interested in stability, in safety, when everything, no changes, you don't like changes. If you would compare how your mind works, it's like when you want to take a freezing cold bath, yeah, or like we do in Ukraine, in this when we swim in ice water, yeah. So when you will go there, many people, they wanna, but then when they come to water, even they just cannot get in, because their brain keep like talking, what you doing, you will get sick, what you doing, no, this is not safe, now you will have heart attack, just go back. This is like, you will have all of these things. If you don't listen to this, you will just make you step into water and take do things that you want to be done, in your way, your own way. When you will get out from water, your brain will say, oh, well done, I'm so proud of you, you're so like cool, I knew you can do this, so he will switch into telling you how great you are, how like, and you will feel yourself like an eagle, spreading your you've done this, you will feel much better about you. So he will always, because things that we don't know in life, things that we never experience, there is always a lot of mystery for us, and the brain, because he don't know, he's like creating these doubts and fears and everything. And the only way to break it through, just go, just do it. No purpose. You waste a lot of time question. You send your energy out there, just like putting a lot of your energy and wasting it, putting things on hold. But when you just go and do, will be life changing. This is a real experience. But she has to have mindset for this. That's what I need to find woman that she has to swim, because there would be hobby you need to share. Alan, have you chatted with? Guys talk to each other. Thank you for answering me. I told was not normal for me, Ukrainian woman, to ask to marry before I came to meet her in Kiev, and during our first date, she asked me to marry her the same day. Oh my goodness. It's good that you didn't get married, you know? One, it's good that somehow you escape this, making this even a bigger problem. Yeah, just learn, do your homework, learn uh, what is Ukrainian ladies, what the expectations, how to be successful with them. And for this, we have great channel that I will play video about. I hope I know ukrainedating.tv. You just go there, you have average different age Ukrainian ladies streaming for you every day, 7 days a week, where you can ask all your questions and you will find out the same answer what I gave you. This is not this is not traditional way, you know, when women, even when I see these shorts or on YouTube videos where women make proposal to men, this is like always blowing my mind, you know, how you know, like I don't know even how to explain. This is like when women do this, it's for sure, like true, you know, when women do this, like if you ask any Ukrainian lady, like she will, what she think about, what she feel about this, it's like she feel that women have a lack of self-love, or like you know, to do this, like she expect this is should be initiative come from man, you know, because he's the leader of the family. This is his first step, and if he's not ready, and that's why many ladies, of course, they like been dating for a long time, expecting when men already will do proposal, you know, this is other things that goes bad from this, you know, like, but anyway, they still would prefer always to make a traditional way and expect men to ask them. Okay, this is talking for that despite how I'm a very open person. Very. I'm thinking about spine doing the same thing, so we'll go along way there. Plus, I eat better food. Hi, guys. It's what does it mean when a lady tells that she needs to know me more before we meet in real? Thanks. Madhu, it's very interesting question. I mean, it's just answer can be from the way you meet this. If you meet lady on paper letter website and she wants to know you more, it just means she wants you to pay more money to, like it's just translator who communicate with you and he interested um, to spend you more money. But if you meet somehow like a real lady, and I mean, most of Ukrainian ladies, they would always prefer to get to know you or like to meet you in person as soon as possible, you know. But maybe there is some rarely case when lady just fearful because of her past experience when she meets somebody from online she met and he done something not good to her, you know, and yeah, she's just afraid and she wants to know you. So this is very like can be answered in many different ways. I need more details about how long you communicate. But I can tell you that I don't know. Now, because of war, Ukrainian lady wouldn't communicate with any man, even if she meets through us, and she wouldn't communicate more than half a year if she don't see possibility to meet in real life. You know, if men don't do any steps towards it, like she would question, you know, if he's serious, what's his intention, just to have, you know, fun talking nonstop. She don't have time for this, you know, blah blah blah. Okay, guys, there is thank you. Thank you. Here's my country. Celebrities married 2-3 times. They have child. Also, they call first break up, marry other. Why they don't have emotional connection? Why? Call love, first break up, marry. Well, I don't know honestly what to comment. I dated village girl before, and once she got taste of the money, she always wanted new shoes, new dress, best iPhone. I used her a little, then cut her loose. nobody wants to feel, I'm from Ukraine, thank you. So nobody wants to use to feel yourself like you ATM with like ATM, okay? Of course, everybody wants to feel that it's true, um, connection that have a possibility to grow into something big. And if you meet those ladies, who just want to, have advantage of you financial, just don't take it serious, don't let this happen to you. Just smile, like, and don't allow this. If you see that woman interested in you just in your wallet, what's the purpose of this relationship? And good lady, she would not. I mean, Ukrainian ladies who is interested in you, she would never will ask you for shopping or something like it's she don't want to scare you away. I would say even more, it will be different, the opposite way. She will be a giver, giver of attention, different, like I can give you maybe another live stream. Yeah. Cases like what she can give, and how you should. I need to do live stream about this. I hope I will invite client for this, and they will have real case. I hope, to study from, so you can learn from it. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for being with me today. It was very, I hope, informative for you live stream. And I just will remind you one more time about our amazing project, ukrainedating.tv. If you haven't watched it, if you didn't check out yet, please come and find your all questions about Ukrainian culture, Ukrainian women, Ukrainian dating. And in order to be successful, do your homework. Lack of knowledge can cause you this thing not to be successful. So, and of course, work on yourself. If you want woman, very high value woman, you need to be that high value man that can attract her. Increase love to yourself, because person who don't love herself cannot give love to other person. So work on your confidence. Be that better version of yourself every day. Okay? See you and next Saturday, 11 Eastern Time. Bye-bye for now.
Our channel is the world's first of its kind, providing free live streaming every single day for you. 7 days a week with the real, genuine, beautiful Ukrainian ladies. Now you have the opportunity to video chat free 7 days a week with different, beautiful Ukrainian girls of all ages and walks of life. You get to ask all your deepest, burning questions about all things Ukraine, Ukraine culture, Ukraine women, and Ukraine current events. And if you come to enough of our live streams, you might just discover what makes us mysterious Ukrainian women tick. Okay, so we will see you live every day over at ukrainedating.tv.